My name is Sarah Meissner, and today we will be going over the vital signs of the horse. Start by taking an overall look at our horse. First off, you're going to look at their coat. Does it look shiny? Does it look dry? Does it look healthy? Right now, Ollie's coat looks very nice and shiny and healthy. You're also going to look at their stance, their ears, and their eyes, just to get, does their eye look bright? Are they paying attention with their ears? Are they standing like they're comfortable and okay with what's going on? And we'll be looking at today are the mucous membranes, which are located in the conjunctiva, or the corner of the eye, and the gums in the mouth. What you're looking for is you want it to look pink and moist. You can have other colors, such as yellow, which indicates jaundice or liver problems, white, which indicates anemia or shock, blue, which indicates lack of oxygen, and fiery red, which could indicate a fever or an inflammation. In the gums, we're going to be looking at the capillary refill time, so you can lift up the front lip and press down and then watch, and it should refill in 1 to 2 seconds, and if it does, you have a healthy horse. Looking at the pulse, which should be anywhere from 32 to 44 beats per minute. How we will measure the pulse is you will time for 15 seconds, and then you will multiply that by 4, so that you don't have to make your horse stand for a whole minute, because some horses struggle to stand for that long. So the first place we're going to check for the pulse is the maxillary artery, which is located under the jawbone. Another place we can check for pulse is the radial artery, which is located right inside the knee. And the last place you can check is the digital artery, which is located below the fetlock. The most commonly used place will be the maxillary artery. However, you can use the radial. Sometimes you can find it, but it's harder to find it there. And finally, you can look at digital, but you should only feel a digital pulse if there is a hoof problem going on. So if you feel a bounding digital pulse, you should probably call your vet. So now we're going to take Ollie's pulse, and my assistant Kate will time for us. And we're going to be timing for 15 seconds, and then we will multiply that. So, find it. Okay.
Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Go. Stop.
So there I found 9 beats, and if we take 9 times 4, we will get 36. So Ollie's pulse rate is currently 36 beats per minute, which is a normal pulse rate for a quiet resting horse. What we'll be looking at is the skin pinch test. A skin pinch test can be used to test for hydration in your horse, and it's much like the capillary refill, where you will pinch and then watch, and it should go back in 1 to 2 seconds. So where you will take a skin pinch is in this nice triangular area on the neck. You want to make sure your horse's head is straight forward. If they're bent to one side or the other, it will alter the effects of your skin pinch test. So first I'm just going to put my hand here, pet him, and then just take a pinch of skin. And it went back in less than 2 seconds, so Ollie is nice and hydrated. And we'll be taking is the heart rate. The heart rate will be the same as the pulse, anywhere from 32 to 44 beats per minute, and we will take it the same way as the pulse. So where we take the heart rate is here on the heart girth line, and it's going to be right behind the armpit and behind the horse's forearm. And we're going to listen with a stethoscope, because you cannot hear a heartbeat without a stethoscope. So we're going to put them in. Okay.
Go. Stop.
So for our heartbeat, we got the same as the pulse, 9 beats for the 15 seconds, so 9 times 4 is 36. Taking the respiration rate. Respiration rate should be anywhere from 8 to 16 breaths per minute, so not a lot, and we will time it again. We will time it for 15 seconds, because sometimes if you only do 10 seconds, you'll get 1 breath, and that's not an accurate representation. So you will take the respiration rate by looking at your horse's flank area and just watching for the rise and fall as they breathe in and out. And every rise and fall is 1 breath. You don't want to look at the nose, because sometimes if a horse sniffs something, then it may look like a breath, but it's actually not. So now we're ready to take Ollie's respiration rate.
Go. Stop.
Okay? And there we had 2 breaths in that 15 seconds. So 2 times 4 is 8, and Ollie is within the normal range for horse respiration. Is gut sounds. For gut sounds, you're going to listen in 4 quadrants: the upper right, the lower right, the upper left, and the lower left on the other side. What you're looking for in gut sounds is a consistent gurgling every couple seconds to show that he is moving, that his gut is mobile. So, something you don't want to hear is a dead silence, which will be very obvious once you hear it. And a dead silence could mean that there's a twist or a blockage somewhere in the gut. Another sound that is not good is like a pinging, which could mean that there is an air pocket somewhere or a gas pocket, which is also not good. Another not good sound is rushing water sound, and that is hypermotility, which means the gut is working too much and there's too much going on, and there could be like a spasmodic colic going on in there. There's supposed to be 4, isn't there? Take Ollie's gut sounds, and I'm going to face his hind end and put my hand on his rump so that he knows I'm here. And I'm going to face his hind end so that I can see if some horses get upset by this and they may lift a foot to kick. So I'm going to put my hand here and put my ear to his sides, and sometimes you can use a stethoscope, but I find I hear it more clear without a stethoscope. And right away I hear gut sounds in both quadrants. And we can stop. And again, more gut sounds right away. So Ollie has a healthy, functioning gut. The last vital sign we'll be taking today is Ollie's temperature. A normal horse temperature is anywhere from 99.5 degrees Fahrenheit to 101.5 degrees Fahrenheit. We will be taking the temperature today in Ollie's rectum, and we will be using 2 thermometers, a mercury thermometer and a digital thermometer. We use the 2 because sometimes a digital thermometer reads a degree lower than a mercury thermometer, so we just want to be sure that we're getting an accurate result. So what to do is we're going to put some Vaseline on the thermometer to make it slide in a little bit better and make it a little bit more comfortable experience for him. And I'm going to use my finger to get some out, and then rub it on the end. And so with a digital thermometer, you don't need a timer because it will go off on its own. It will beep for you, and they don't take very long, which is nice because if you have an upset horse that's sick, it helps. So we're going to come back by Ollie's hind end, and I'm going to need to lift the tail out of the way and hold it out of the way while taking his temperature so that he doesn't lose it. So we're going to turn it on, and then get in and push it a little bit, not a lot, just a little bit to the side to make sure that it's touching the wall and not getting reading the temperature of the poop. And it's beeping. We have 97.5 degrees Fahrenheit. We already lubed up our mercury thermometer, and one thing you have to do with it beforehand is shake it down below 98 degrees Fahrenheit so that you're getting an accurate read. And when you shake it, you want to make sure you're not running into anything so you don't break it, because that would not be good. And our mercury thermometer also has this nice string and clip on it, because we're going to clip it to our horse's tail so that we don't lose it or drop it. And we're going to clip it to the underside of the tail, so this is a nice spot to clip it to. Just clip it on and it's secure. And then again, I'm going to lift up his tail. And also, I will need a timer for 2 minutes for this one. We have to time for 2 minutes because that's how long it takes a mercury thermometer to read.
You ready?
Yes.
Ready, set, go.
And we'll just stick it in, and again, stick it to the side. And then we're going to stand here and hold it the whole time so that we don't lose it. And you don't need to stick it in super far, just far enough. and our thermometer reads 98.8 degrees Fahrenheit, so it is a degree higher than our digital thermometer, and Ollie is still in the normal range. Signs of our horse, and after looking at those, hopefully you can tell that your horse is happy and healthy, or if you need to call a vet. I'd like to thank my assistant Ollie today and my assistant Kate for being a lovely holder. Thank you.